Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna be honest, this isn't gonna be a very big summon video, but I did want to at least record my one and done and my Alch summon, because if we do wind up getting her, like within this multi or Alch or whatever, we'll probably just turn this into the showcase video itself. But Missette is finally on global, more than likely going to be our last unit we're getting before our anniversary. I'm almost positive we're going to be seeing stuff about Annie either this week or next week. But before we get into this, man, I just gotta like really say, I don't know what's going on like with the management of GS. I mean, we've had discussion what for like the last 4 to 5 months, possibly even longer. But man, dude, like they really messed up when it came to certain things. Like for an example, if you guys don't know, they showed Sistina and they made like an entire announcement of Sistina getting her Dream Evo. And then they said over here, hey, she'll be getting her Dream Evo. Oh, by the way, she's not going to be getting her Dream Evolution this main. The misprint was addressed by the devs, but maybe soon. Like, somebody has to go through the quality checks, right? Like, we have to like do the final checks before they're like, okay, what are we sending out? Let's send out this, 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 and this. Like, you know what I mean? Is there just like no final check or final processing they do before they hit the send button, you know, in game or for tweets or whatever? I'm more than likely they're saving that for anniversary. It's probably gonna be like a thing like, oh, you know, Cross the Blaze units are buffed and all this other stuff. But it's like, man, kind of a little bit mishandled, if I must say so myself. Either way though, we have enough to do a free 50 pool here, and of course we only want Missette. I think we also have enough to possibly do a 5k maybe. Yeah, we have enough to do at least one 5k. We'll probably get enough to actually do another 7k as well. I just haven't fed any dupes in or anything. But yeah, let's just see what happens here. Maybe we should do the Alch summon first, maybe, so we don't have to use crystals. Yeah, you know what, let's do that. Let's do the Alch summon first to see what happens with this, and hopefully we can walk away with Missette. She's really the only character I want from this. Everybody else I think I have already, so I just need Missette. And oh, okay, the reason why I freaked out is because whenever it has a delay screen like that and it is just blacked out for a bit, it usually means you get the unit. It usually means every time that it's done that, I got the new character. So unfortunately not that time though. Okay, see, it's another delay. Maybe it's just this new update or something. Karate going across screen, gold touch. Come on, something, right? 4-star, nothing. At least there's lightning though. I mean, but we're gonna need a bit more than just the lightning and everything. I will say, after playing JP and seeing their animations, it's kind of growing on me a bit more. I still think there should be a bit more to the summon animations. The fact that it's just rehashed animations from the promo video they did years ago, and I still use the promo video in my vid whenever I'm just talking about random stuff and just want to have footage in the background. It's like, man, I feel like you guys kind of cheaped out just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Also, wait, the All-Stars is done, so I should have like a ton of Alch gems. They probably saved them, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Fortunately, couldn't pity anybody on here. Would have loved to get Ultimate Paladin Roy. But there we go, we're at 8,000 now. And let's see what we get this time. Hopefully, maybe, Missette, possibly, somebody, please. Hey! What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all though? What did I tell you, man? I told you, whatever is the delay, you get the unit in most cases, bro. The gate has been opened. Yes, our worlds are connected. This is the dark side of the moon, as promised. What does that even mean? Now we have her all maxed out and everything. I'm really upset that we don't have an SP art for Missette. I think that would look incredible if they would have done it, but for whatever reason they didn't. Iris again, getting shafted. But let's do a quick little rundown about everything Missette does. So Missette has a few different abilities. The main one you need to be looking out for here is the Inhibited Originator. You're able to negate all allies damage taken for a total of 30k for the first 100 seconds of a quest. This is very good in Grand Crusade, which will be showing that. As for the kit, it's fairly standard. I don't think you're going to be seeing too much crazy stuff here, but she is able to give Art Gauge to herself. She's able to reduce the enemy's physical damage they take, plus also a heal equipped CT speed buff. We also got some damage res down, and finally, physical equipped CT speeds and physical damage up. And to be completely honest, with this Mono Light team, I think she's going to be a great addition. We have 30% DR from Saitama. We have 30% physical res from Missette. We got 40% DR from Kenshin. We have physical damage ups from Missette. We have light damage ups from Firin, I think this team is going to be cracked out of its mind, personally. The only issue I really see here is that our art gauge may not be up to par. Firin can do a lot of art shitting, which is kind of like what she's known for, especially with this lineup, because these two bozos here just don't help out at all. One thing I want to show all you guys real quick are the animations. I think these are possibly the best animations in the game. Here's the attack skill here, just setting out the sword. We have the skill, which we saw this on the banner. We have the art, which she just throws out some spears and then does the skill again, and then the attack as well. We have the true art, which I think is just, yeah, it rains down a bunch of stuff. Kind of reminds me of Gilgamesh's kind of thing. And then we have the super art, which I love this so much. It does actually turn, okay, you don't see it, but it turns the entire field into a different thing. It's like a space area, and then the spaceship comes crashing down. Easily my favorite super art animation in the entire game, and possibly my favorite animations. Let's just go to GC first, because this is where, you know, we're going to really be seeing everything. Also, I'm only at level 39 on here. I did not get to play too much during this one, so I'm going to go to episode 2 and do this. So here's what's going to be interesting about this. We're at area 90. We currently have crit damage from 1.25 to 1.5, and Missette and Firin are level 1. So I'm curious to see, even in this situation where the only ones that are leveled here are Saitama and Kenshin, how well do we tank against these fights? Are we just dead instantly, or like what are we doing? Surprisingly, the barrier is not breaking as soon as we load it in. We need to find like Sly. That's who we need. We need to fight Sly. Sly will be the true test, because anybody who plays GC, you guys know, Sly will murk you so fast, man. You know, if you bring like a low-level character like this into a relatively higher floor, do we get like more XP or no? I mean, I doubt it, right? I don't think the game is like that advanced. I mean, yeah, I mean, well, no, I think you get the same amount that everybody else does on a higher floor. So yeah, I mean, I guess to an extent you do. I really want to find Sly because we are in the snow area, and he will be here somewhere. He's going to be here. Also, that's not who we need right now. I'm just going to be completely honest. One thing that's cool about this team, though, with Missette giving the barrier instantly, it makes it to where you don't have to use the true art with Saitama as soon as you load into the fight, because you already have a barrier. You have 40% DR, so why do you need to rush the true art? Not to mention, too, if Missette gets into her true art, you get that 30% physical res, right? Or not true art, my bad, the art. That is pretty cool, but like I said, I need to find Sly. We have it on one battle right now because I want to run into him. I know he's somewhere in the snow area, and I'm just not running into him. I got the blue dragon guy. Yeah, I'm just not getting lucky at all with this, because he's somewhere in here, man. They just aren't giving me the fight with Sly. They're not doing what I want them to, which is crazy. I never want to see Sly whenever I'm just playing regularly. But of course, whenever I'm actually trying to record a video, he's not going to show up. It's interesting to see something like this where this team is starting to have a bit more options. And mind you, Mono Light was already one of the best teams to go through Grand Crusade with. They just make the entire process such a breeze. But now with the addition of Missette, it makes it a lot easier. And technically, you don't really need Mono Light to make Missette shine, because you could do this with other characters. There we go. Here's our boss, man. Curious. The barrier did get hit instantly. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. So level 1, they are not going to be able to handle this. That's what I thought. But one thing I will say is that I'm surprised we lasted as long as we did against Sly. Let's try this fight again. Now these guys are a little bit on level. I'm still under leveled for this area, to be completely honest. I'm still seeing a bit of people. Yeah, okay, so I'm still seeing our team dying a little bit here, especially Kenshin. Oh my goodness, bro, calm down. So unfortunately, even against someone like Sly, especially with this modifier, we're not able to tank everything from him. But one thing I will say though is that this team is not dying. Like, as you see here, we have our stuff up. Like, we are good now. We have the physical res, we have the DR. Okay, we are losing a bit of shields here on Kenshin, so we're gonna pop this true art and just refresh that. And oh, is he still dead? Wow, he's still dead. Okay. And I realized, oh wait, no, we still have the physical res as well. Okay, so yeah, we just didn't kill him fast enough there. That's really all that was. Since in GC, you know, I mean, if you haven't played it yet, just a little bit of a heads up. You want to try to kill the enemy as quickly as possible. The faster you can kill them, the better. But I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, I think Missette did really well there compared to other teams that fight Sly. You load into the fight and you instantly die. He shoots 2 shots and your entire team's dead. At least with Missette, with that 30k barrier, if you have some form of DR, you're able to tank a few of those shots and be able to possibly, you know, out DPS him after that. But as I was saying in that last point, you don't need Kenshin or Saitama to be able to make this unit work. Sure, she is a light character, but everything in the kit is mainly revolving around physical damage. The only thing that might throw you off a bit is her true weapon, because her true weapon gives you, I think, light res down and accuracy, or no, evasion rate down, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, before we end off here, I think if I had to put some crest on this character, I'd probably go attack up just to make it to where she hits hard, because, I mean, let's be honest here, everything here does some pretty decent damage, especially the super art if you're able to get that off. On top of the attack up though, I'd probably go arc gauge up, but if I wanted to go like super support, I would just do equipment CT and arc gauge up. One big issue with Missette is if we take her up against any fight that has damage negation canceling, or a fight with like light killer or something of that sort, I don't think the barrier is going to stay alive. You know, shield killer is another one here. She's just gonna instantly die. But I will say for Grand Crusade, this unit might be up there, like one of the best characters for you to use in GC. Overall, I'm really happy with her. Like I said in yesterday's video, she's very niche and you're not going to be using her all the time. And I just wish she had an SPR. That's really my only gripe. In all honesty, I think she does her job really well. Either way though, thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys let me know down below if you got Missette or you got shafted. I'm hoping that this summon didn't cuck my 8th anniversary summons, because if all my luck was used up here, I'm crying, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. Either way though, thank you all again, and last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.